I actually have some real news today. Barbara has decided to embark on a new career. This came about because of a news story in Kingston, New York, where we both live. Kingston, New York, doesn't have a lot of crime, but we did have one story that involved artists and mischief. As both Barbara and I are artists, we were of course interested. Kingston is a colonial city, and was the first capital of New York. I have no idea why they changed it to Albany, but it's probably better in the long run. So every year or so, they have a reenactment of the burning of Kingston by the British soldiers in 1777, and people come out dressed as soldiers, and it's all very exciting. As one thing they say, as part of the reenactment, is the redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming. That's because the British soldiers wore red coats. Pay attention now. And Kingston had just had 12 new flower boxes, all nice and white and inviting, put in uptown. Tabula rasa and all that. So these two boys, who were also artists, and you know we like artists, took it on themselves to make a stencil and spray paint on the new boxes. But it was a pun. And they were not red coats, but red goats. The red goats are coming. That's goats with a G, like the little darlings that say bar, and eat your clothes. And some people were outraged that these new flower boxes, all shiny and white, had been vandalized and called the police, and mind you, I like the Kingston police to track them down. They managed to find the two artists, and the end result was they had to pay $6,000 to have the 12 boxes restored to pristine condition. But of course, since it was $6,000, a lawyer came forth to defend the artists, who by now were world famous for their prank. I forgot to tell you that. Some goody-goody had pasted white paper over the red goats out of outrage, and that removing the paper and paste added to the expense, which is why it would be so much to repair. So, instead of paying the money, it was in the newspaper yesterday that it would be going to court on May 29th. The Red Goat Trial. So Barbara decided she was going to go. The day of the trial, Barbara will take her wooden box with 72 colored pencils to the courthouse, and be the courtroom artist. Of course the court doesn't know this, yet. Barbara and Jeffrey are going to scope out the courthouse, and decide where a good seat is to do this, and get there very early that day to cover the big story. What they haven't decided yet is whether to wear their courtroom clothes, or go as they usually dress, in keeping with the seriousness of the event. But whatever happens, I will be there to cover the story and report back to my faithful viewers. Ha ha ha. Red coats. Red goats. It's all too funny for me to bear. So goodbye from Barbara Maria Donna Santalucci until next time.